Dan Hector, this is Damon Cole, this is Andrew Stupin. Together we are Team Dandy Cole, and the entrepreneur we decided to interview was Todd Steiner, who is the founder and president of Trident Contracting Management. And before we get into the company details, we'll just give a little bit of info about Todd. Todd graduated from right here at the University of Wisconsin-Madison. He double majored in marketing and economics, and right after his schooling, he began working for EMC, which was a huge IT corporation. And he really stressed working for large companies after college, which clashed with our ideas of really immediately immersing yourself in the entrepreneurial culture and taking advantage of the time that you still have. But anyway, like most people, Todd ended up pretty unhappy with the corporate lifestyle. And after earning his master's in project management, he realized that he could successfully execute certain procedures to launch an entrepreneurial venture. So he kept his eye out for a problem, and he realized that while working at EMC, businesses overall just had a general lack of organization with their contracts. They were either being stored in file cabinets or they were being stored in spreadsheets, but there was no centrally located database. And so this lack of organization caused businesses to unintentionally violate a lot of codes in their contracts. And so he wrote a business plan to his solution to this problem.
Alright, so as I said, the solution was centralizing the contracts. Because one of the biggest problems was when a company who they made the contract with would come to them with problems saying you gave me the wrong order, the specifics of the contract would be spread between multiple departments, multiple people within the department, and it was extremely took a lot of time to piece all these pieces of information together. So the solution that he found was just to put all the contracts in one database. So, if anybody needed any specifics of any of the contracts, all they had to do was go to that database and search the contract, and they get the information right away. So, the beginning of the venture, once again, like David said, he really didn't like working for a big company. So he left EMC and started Trident Contracting Management Company, or TCMC, with two of his college friends, and they actually bootstrapped it. All the funding was provided by them, and the percentage of ownership was based upon how much funding each owner provided. So that was one thing that we thought was really cool, because this allowed him to not have to give into that culture that investors like, which is that big company culture, but to have a lifestyle, really informal culture. Like, he brings his dog into work every day. You wouldn't really be able to do that if they didn't provide the money themselves. So they started in Todd's basement, and literally were just cold calling people trying to sell a solution. And one of the biggest obstacles they found was establishing credibility, because this was completely new to the IT business. Like, nobody did this, and so a lot of people didn't trust the solution, didn't trust the safety of it, and ultimately thought change in big companies means they're going to lose money, and also they're going to lose jobs in this particular situation. But the way that they were able to overcome that was by using Salesforce.com, which is one of the biggest databases in the world, and it's like the equivalent of Google in the IT world. It's widely respected by pretty much every IT company, and so that is what really, by building a platform off of Salesforce, that is what allowed them to get those multi-million-dollar companies to work with them and really help the company get off the ground.
Alright, so we're going to talk a little bit about growth. The way they got out there really was just by word of mouth, which we were very critical of as a group. If they would have set aside a little money, they probably could have gotten their name out to more people and possibly more business initially. And as Andrew said, they really started to prosper when they landed a couple multi-million-dollar companies and took over their databases. And also when they expanded out of IT into HR and accounting and created databases for them. Present day Trident, no other company really does what they do, so they're able to maintain their customers, and a lot of their new customers come from companies that previous customers took a new job with, and they're currently following a slow and steady growth model. And a little bit, like Andrew touched on before, they really just pride themselves in being a family of someone's sick, they don't worry about missing work for a week or however long it takes them to get better. And so they really just exercise diligence and everyone stepping in and helping each other out.